Looks like he's going to try to return it. A really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch in a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit the ball.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Scott. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tight end finds a soft. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They try to get it outside on the left. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Forced out of the pocket. Got some room into the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, dog! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
So Louisville's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the field. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now the play fake. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you have to turn it loose deep. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Cardinals will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Corrals it at the 45. And there he goes. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To throw, it's Adams. the sweet rolling catches, plenty to give him a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to...
He picks it up, still on his feet.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground. But a nice job understanding, just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. At the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football. Picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And he walks his able to score. Touchdown, Georgia! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they swarm him under. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets it down at the 23. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than... He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Adams. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I really don't understand the play call. Ball looked like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. He'll try to do it himself. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Trying to beat him to the left. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. Makes the catch. It's Scott. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Dances away to buy time. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field. And look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Adams. Here comes the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They boot it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds a tight end down the gut. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He's going to take off. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The pitch to the left. And some room to work. Crosses the tag. Touchdown! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
Reese, that's 3 for a young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell they're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
That's reeled in. It's Wallace. Hits the crease. The 20. He's at touchdown, Louisville. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big throw.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Scott. Going to try to get it himself. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Let's go. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Williams. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Still looking, on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast, so there was nowhere to go in the end zone there, that time having to check it down. Nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Back to throw. It's Adams. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. Knocked off his feet. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Nothing went right in that first half of the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Scott. Now adjusting. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll try to convert on fourth and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Scott. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Adams. Swings it out to his running back.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Right on the money. It's a play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down.
He's got it. First down and more. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tough spot in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Scott. Scott's thrown and to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. On the run, it's Wallace.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Hunt is on its way. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Scott. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they get him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Makes the grab deep. Somebody slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Adams. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's what...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give him a different look. On the run, still looking. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Lost the defense is wide open. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Scott. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got his man downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Scanning the field, it's Adams. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Moving away from pressure. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Nice move there.
And that was a pretty good run there from the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And here we go, final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.